Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the APA Poolplayer Nation Podcast. I'm Becky Johnston. As usual, I'm joined here with Jason Bowman, and we are ready for another great episode for you guys. Before we get started, though, like usual, make sure that you go follow us on all of our social platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X, all of the different places.
A lot of good stuff out there.
Yeah,
Make sure you're consuming it.
Yeah, we've got some pretty exciting stuff coming soon, too. Just a little hint.
Yeah.
That should be coming in the next couple months, probably.
Yeah, lots of great stuff out there, especially on the TikTok page.
Yeah, it's been growing.
Yeah.
It's been growing.
It's it was almost 200,000 people. Are we getting up there now?
We're getting up there.
Nice.
We're getting up there.
TikTok. Love that platform.
I'm
on there too.
It's my favorite.
I waste a lot of time on the TikTok.
You and me both.
My wife gets real mad about it.
You sound like me with my husband. He spends, I think, more time than I do on there. But it's my personal favorite of all of them these days.
Do you post on there?
I don't. Do
really?
you?
I just started posting on there. Yeah.
Did you?
I mainly like my kids stuff. I don't. I don't have anything that exciting.
Stuff.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Kids
I'm like,
stuff.
what do
so
I have to?
I set one up, so you can come out there and find me. I'm
Dad
Life Edits if you want to.
Dad Life Edits.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It's creative.
If you want to check out what I got going on in my personal life, but anyway, yes, like Becky said, make sure you follow us.
Yeah.
A lot of great content out there. And this first episode?
First episode of 2026.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's February.
It's already February. I know.
January just
like a
boom.
blur. January is like a blur.
January's
right?
like a big snow day.
Yeah, we did get
Here
a lot
in
of
St.
snow.
Louis, a lot of people got a lot of snow in January.
People who don't usually get snow got snow.
Yeah, it's been a cold month. Been a cold month, but the spring is going to be here soon. Don't listen to the groundhog. I don't care what the groundhog says.
I know.
It's going to be here before you know it. We'll be back in Vegas before you know it. So
already? We're talking about that, huh? Yeah.
Vegas?
I know.
I mean, a couple months away.
It's inevitable,
you know?
right?
It's always a couple months away.
Yeah,
It's
it is always a couple months away.
It's never too far away.
Yeah.
But there has been a lot going on in the meantime, right?
Yeah, there has been. I know that we ended the year last year talking. We talked a little bit about the charity events and things that our league operators like to do. I mean, they do them all year, but I'd say around the holidays it tends to be
it definitely ramps up. And I mean, I think that's kind of normal in just in general throughout society. A lot of things happen towards the holidays and those in need and trying to remember them. So, but yes, a lot of great stuff happening in that regard.
And in particular, the Shoot for a Cure event that's held it's not actually held in Memphis. It's held in Mississippi, I want to say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I didn't realize that.
Somewhere close to there. But a huge event.
Yeah.
Huge event. I know we talked about it I think we talked a little bit about it in our last episode.
Oh, yeah, last episode. We talked about it last year, too.
We did talk about it
because it was so successful and how much it's grown. But, man, they really blew it out of the water again, which is crazy. So we're talking about it again.
Yeah,
because people need to know what's going on down there in Memphis, Mississippi area. That's right across like the Tennessee border into Mississippi.
I think they do it in a casino.
Yeah, probably like Nika.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that event, of course, even bigger this year than they've had in the past. $160,000.
It's crazy. Poolplayer Nation, $160,000. That's all you guys.
I should say $160,000 in one.
$160,001. So they got over that number.
I think it's
more than $160,000.
Every year they do that, I guess, to like say,
now you can
we
say
can
it's
be
more than
over
$160,000. Hey,
which
I'm down with that.
I mean, versus last year, $118,000.
That was a crazy amount.
Which we thought was
crazy amount too.
So to make it up to that amount, I mean, how impressive is that? Like, you guys that all contributed to it, like, kudos to you. I mean, just a great event.
Yeah, all for St. Jude's, which I really love. Especially if you're a parent, you know what St. Jude's is. It's they do a lot of good, and we're gonna interview. We interviewed the league operators down there, and they talk a little bit about how all that came about and what it's like. So want to roll with it?
Let's take a look. All right, we are joined today by Bobby and Nika Harvison of the Memphis APA. Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, how are y'all?
Good. Thanks for being here with us.
Sure.
Y'all dig out of the snow yet?
Try. Not completely.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of it up our way, too. We
did.
got about 10 inches here, so I know the Mid-South got hit hard, too.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So you guys ran your Shoot for a Cure event once again last year, 2025, December of 2025. Tell us a little bit about the event.
Our event is held at the casino. We started it to raise money for St. Jude, to be a way to give back for our players. St. Jude is based in Memphis, Tennessee, and not any of our players that isn't touched by either somebody in their family with cancer or whatever. So we started it out, and every year it's just grown and got bigger. We started out with just a little doubles tournament at one of our locations, and now it's grown to over 900 players in the casino, and every dollar that comes in goes to St. Jude. So we have a big support group of league operators, players that work all year to put this on.
Yeah, now is this the 8th year? This is the 8th year you guys have done this? That's incredible.
Yes.
That is.
That is incredible. And so could you just maybe talk, you mentioned St. Jude's, and I know what St. Jude's is, Becky knows,
yes.
and probably several people out there do, but for those that don't, maybe just talk a little bit about St. Jude's, what their mission is. I know they're based in Memphis, but talk specifically about what they do, so people can understand, the really great work that's going to come from this money raised.
Right. If you're not familiar with St. Jude, the founder was Danny Thomas. He started St. Jude in Memphis, Tennessee some years ago, and their whole thing is childhood cancer and research. Now, there's lots of adult cancers, and their research helps everybody, but every patient that comes there, they don't pay any bills, they don't pay for food, they don't pay for treatment. All of this money, that St. Jude gets every year, it covers 100% of those expenses, whether you got insurance or not. No patient ever receives a bill. If your family, people come from all over the world, all over the country, they have houses that they stay in, they provide their food for their family so they can stay with their kids, through the worst time. And they've been cutting edge solving cancer, for the last 30 or 40 years.
And they share the research that they do. They share that with, not just in the United States, but any country that asks. I mean, they share all the research. So every penny that goes into them is used for that. Yeah,
it's a great cause. I mean, as a parent, Becky's a parent.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you guys are parents, but to see the money raised and the good it's going to do, it's just it's phenomenal. And I know for you guys, I mean, you got to be so prideful about this. I mean, when you just take a step back and look and you say, for 8 years we've been building and supporting and making a difference, not just in our community, but beyond that. What kind of emotions does that bring for you? It's got to be really prideful, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, me and Nika have talked about it. Other than our kids, this may be the greatest legacy that we have. It's something without the APA, without the pool playing community, that we could never do or imagine raising $160,000 in a year, $100,000. It's the whole APA community, the whole group of the league operators and the like-minded pool players. But even, we talk to our kids and talk about it to each other. This is something that done got so big that 50 years from now, our great grandkids may be saying, hey, our grandparents started the Shoot for the Cure. So it's one of we take it, super prideful, super seriously. Like I say, it may be our family's lasting legacy outside of our kids, over other businesses that we own, other things that we do, is the single most important thing that we're a part of.
I love that.
That's amazing.
I love that. Talk a little bit about how $160,000. I mean, that's a huge amount to raise through pool. I mean, certainly there's more than, because I know you guys, the event itself in Memphis in December had, pool tournament, but there's got to be more things going on to get to 160.
Absolutely.
So just talk a little bit about what that initiative looks like, how the funds are raised. It's pretty much a year-long thing at this point, right? Can you just kind of expand on that a little bit?
Yes.
We started we started out with doubles and $8,000, and me and Nika were talking like we got so many people here that are trying to help. So we started a committee here in Memphis, and the committee, they meet and we talk about it, and they go around to businesses and different things. And if you ever came to the tournament, like people would tell you, we have table lined up with thousands of items that businesses have donated
throughout the year.
And throughout the year, we have people going around collecting stuff or whatever. And then when we get to the tournament, we're selling raffle tickets $1 or $2, or you get 50 of them for $100. And when those things, when you look up there, there's everything from a mom and pop woman over here that did a handcrafted blanket to Milwaukee tool with a power drill. And we probably sell 30,000 of those dollar tickets over that weekend. Some people will start selling them a month ahead of time. Like we got some players that they live 40 miles away, but they own a hair salon, and the women come in and buy it, and then they go back and take those prizes, and then next year they buy more. So it didn't start out like that, but it just built into that, where a lot of the businesses, and we get ideas from other league operators. The first year or two, we didn't do table sponsors. And then somebody came to us and said, hey, you ought to charge $200 for a name on the table. You got 24 tables, that's $5,000 more for St. Jude. So we done that. And every year we try to learn and expand and take ideas from other league areas. When we're out in Vegas or doing our training, somebody will say something and do something, and me and Nika kind of look at each other and we'll say, next year we're going to try that.
Yeah. And then we have like one of our host locations, they did like monthly specials where every bit of this would, like if you buy something, $5 of your purchase will go to St. Jude. So that our host locations have jumped on board too with the fundraising, whether it be donating green fees from like our triennials and stuff each time we have one there. And so now it's like the host locations are even getting more involved, wanting to do more and more. We had one that donated a whole predator, break cue and predator cue, so that they raffled. And then of course the other league areas that are participating, they're huge in this. They work all year long to raise money for their league area. And then when we all come together, they have an opportunity to get up there to present, what they have raised.
Right.
From like they have golf scrambles to qualifying events, and
probably one of the biggest changes, that really helped our money go up, and is, sometimes we all think about doing stuff ourselves, but when you get other people involved, when we started this and other leagues came in, we never thought about them doing anything. This is just a tournament for the players. They're going to buy more tickets. And the very first year that Chris and Stephanie Seipel came down, one of their players, which he came up to the front and he said, hey, we were coming down here, so I did this little thing down here and raised this money. So we named an award after him. And it's every league that comes, if they have somebody that goes out and raises money and brings it there, now that's our life-changing award. And so we named it after Chris and Stephanie's player, and his name was Chris Stubbs. And so now it's the Stubbs Life-Changing Award. And during our opening ceremony, we do that presentation, and whoever from whatever league area, we give it to them. But that's something that they brought in. This is so much more than just me and Nika in Memphis, Tennessee. A lot of the stuff come from people like that, just an everyday guy that, like I told him when we started this, that opened our eyes up to that, and he changed people's lives. And hopefully that's something he'll always be proud of. And that award will always be named after him because he was the first.
Yeah, and you mentioned him and Disciples. Is there anybody else that we should be giving shouts out to? Probably too many. Yeah. Probably too many to do on the show. But if you got a handful, I'd be curious. Just who are the players here?
Oh, you're talking about the players?
No, I mean just big time people involved in this initiative.
Right now, I would like to say real quick since we just talked about the Stubbs Award. Josh Sturkey out of SC Midlands APA, that's Chris and Stephanie's area. He alone raised almost $20,000 for that area.
Wow,
that's impressive.
And was so heartbroken that he didn't reach his goal. And then at the event, somebody came up from their area and donated another $1,000 to make that area, be able to contribute for him to meet his goal. And that was definitely tugged at the heartstrings.
Unbelievable.
I mean, and then a player from our area,
Tabitha
Gott. Oh my gosh. She, as soon as that event was over, she's already started for this year. She's been every day contacting me. Hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So, I mean, those are just players in the league areas that, that stand out. But as far as assistance and work from other league operators, league areas,
I mean, pretty much everybody. We also do a thing we started last year. We have a league operator challenge. So we have 2-man teams, and the players down there, they can pay $20 a piece, and they challenge in a doubles match 2 out of 3 different sets of league operators. And we started that. So a lot of the league operators that are there, it's just a fun way. Hey, you want to beat this league operator from South Carolina and this one from Florida, you beat them and you get 1 chip that says shoot. If you beat every group, it says shoot for a cure, and you can be one of the first ones to get that, and that raises $2,000 or $3,000. Just people wanting to beat up on league operators.
Well, I love all the creativeness and, like you said, kind of taking in ideas that people bring to you guys and allowing people to come in and really help this thing grow to what it is today. It's really remarkable, and it's special, and just to see the pool community rally. I mean, we live in a world today where so divisive. Everybody just kind of we're being separated in every which way, and here we go with this, and it's just I think it brings hope, pride for you guys, and we're proud of you. So
absolutely.
Just a great job, really great job. Remarkable job. And you guys sound like you've already started for next year, which is January. You're already into next year.
Never-ending circle.
Right.
Yeah. How hard is?
He doubts me every year. He'll say, "What are we going to set the goal for this year?" And I just say, "Okay, I'm going to raise it $5,000." And so he's like, "I don't know if we're going to beat that." And I think we had beat our goal by the second night.
Oh wow!
By day 2 of that night of our second day.
But one and another thing, another company I would like to shout out for right quick while we're on here is Jacoby. When we first started this, we were trying to get, to kind of make it like a mini Vegas. Let's get a vendor or somebody in here. And we called a couple places, but Jacoby answered the bell and came down. And every time that they came, they've been involved. Every time they make a special queue for us that we raffle off that's called the St. Jude queue. And when we sell raffle tickets and stuff there, they give us 40% of that. So if I go around and do the raffles for the queues, if we do 20,000, that's $8,000 for St. Jude, just from Jacoby. Wow. And they've been a great partner ever since we've got them there. They're real good people. I just think that's a good company to do business with.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You guys being in Memphis, you actually get to present your $160,000 check directly to St. Jude, right?
Yes. Yes. And I try to put out a public post for anybody that would like to come, and they're just now getting cranked back up with doing the tours of St. Jude. And if somebody has not ever done that, it is something that I highly recommend. And if it doesn't touch your heart while you're in there, then I don't know. I mean, because it's something to see.
But normally it's pretty cool too. I think Nika had some pictures posted, especially in the years past. When we come up, they have a big sign that says "Welcome APA." Because when we started, it's kind of funny when you look back on it. When we first called them up and said, "Hey, we're the APA and we're going to do a pool tournament to raise money for y'all," and they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, right, all right." All of a sudden, when you walk up and you got $100,000 check, they start calling people out of the office.
They roll the red carpet out for that, right?
Impressive, huh?
These people did a pool tournament. What? So then after a while, now, they know what the APA is. They know what pool players are about. They understand the pool playing community and what our national company is all about. So if you say APA in there now, they know. But at the beginning, if you're coming, when you first talk to them, because people all over the country do stuff for them all the time. And a lot of people see the shirts. They do those national commercials. This shirt saves lives. But it's a big difference when you start doing the kind of stuff that us and the APA have done.
Yeah, well, I know we like to talk about how APA can bring people together and change lives, and I don't know that I can think of a better example than what you guys have created here. So again, just phenomenal job. I don't even know that I have the right words to express how fantastic I think it is what you're doing. And I know I've said it several times, but we are really proud of you guys and everybody involved. The 19 leagues, all the 900 players, everybody that's touched this, and all for a really, really great cause.
Yeah, a lot of times, we talk to some of the people there, and it's like, we feel like this is the APA Shoot for the Cure. When we started out, this was the Memphis, Shoot for the Cure. But when we expanded and everybody that got involved or whatever, like, there's no way we could do any of this ourselves. This is, the APA Shoot for the Cure, the 19 league areas, and hopefully growing one day. If we found the right location and the national kept expanding, we could probably be doing $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 a year. It's no telling what it could be, but we just feel like we can't be thankful enough for the APA itself and all the league operators that come down and everything they do from national. Now we have some national office people that have come down just to help and be involved, because it's such a good place to be. The players, everybody's there for the right reason. The league, it's one of the few times you go to a tournament and you don't have all the stuff
it's good vibes, right?
Nobody's getting upset about their skill levels.
Right.
They don't.
And another thing, one other thing I would like to say that helps us get a lot of money, I think it shocked a lot of people how many people get in the money and their team donates that money back. They're down there for the right reason, but let's say they got knocked out in 33rd place and their team's got $1,200. Almost every time they may give half of it, a quarter of it. Some of them give it all. We'll let them get on the mic and they'll say, "Hey, we came to change lives. We didn't come to win money. We came for the experience. We're giving this $1,000 back." And normally I get on there and say, that's the heart of a pool player. That's the heart of an APA pool player. We're all going to be in competition. There's only going to be one champion there, but all the kids in the hospital win. And I would say at least 75, 80% of the people that win money give some portion back.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's a better example than anything of it's more than just pool, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So before we wrap this up and let you guys run, we do appreciate your time, because I'm sure between this and running the league, it's very challenging. For people that are tuning in that maybe want to get involved, right, and maybe their league area is not necessarily tied to this, is there a way? Obviously people can, I guess, donate to St. Jude at any time online, but is there any other way through the Shoot for a Cure initiative that they can get involved, now or later in the year?
Absolutely. We've had league areas, for example, this year, like San Bernardino APA, they were a table sponsor. And so they asked how could they be involved in the event. And so we have had league areas in the past make donations that their league area has raised that they, would send in to go with our total raise for the year. So, any of them can reach out to me or Bobby, preferably me.
All right. Memphis APA. Memphis APA.
Yeah, Memphis APA.
They'll find a way to help you help St. Jude.
Yeah, because we have an event number from the ALSAC at St. Jude for tax so it is right. You are able to write these off. Any contributions or donations.
Right.
All right. Well, it's a great cause, and we appreciate your time, guys.
Congratulations again.
Thank you, guys.
Right. Thanks, guys.
Take care.
All right. Bye.
Such an impressive event.
That's a great story.
Yeah, it really is.
Great story. And it just blows my mind. So many people, right? Like they mentioned some specific guy that raises $20,000 on his own.
That's crazy.
And so I just know there are so many people that are contributing to that, and all of their individual stories about why and what they're doing. And it's just, it really is special. And to think it's all based around the APA community.
Right.
Like when I hear people say, or I see comments on social about APA is all about money and they don't give back and da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, are you watching? Are you seeing?
Right.
Because this is huge.
Yeah.
$160,000.
Huge.
For children's cancer research. And I love what St. Jude's does. Can you imagine having your kid going through something like that and they're saying, hey, look, we're gonna help you fight this. You don't pay us.
Right.
All right, we'll take care of it.
Right.
And that's what APA members are doing. And damn, they should be proud.
They should.
Everybody involved
Impressive.
in that.
19 league areas, they said this year. I think that's the most they've ever had involved, too.
Okay.
I saw leagues from Illinois, from Oklahoma, whoever's below there.
Well, she mentioned San Bernardino. That's
right.
California.
Right.
So, they're not actually coming to the event because they're all the way on the other side of the country. But here they are rallying something, doing something, getting involved.
Wanting to get involved.
And, you can do it too. If you're tuning in, reach out to Memphis APA. Reach out to your league operator. Say, hey, I saw this. I'd like to contribute. It's going to be hard to beat $160,000.
It really is.
I don't want to doubt them, though, because I feel like last year we said, man, it's going to be hard to beat $118,000. And they shot that right out of the water.
Yep.
So I don't want to doubt what they may do, and whatever they do will be incredible, and it'll be helpful, and it'll be great. It's just, there's just a lot of good to like about this story.
I'm sure we'll be talking about it again at the end of this year.
I hope so. I hope so, and I hope we can help them continue to build on their momentum. Because it really is a great thing, and anytime you can get behind something like this. I know it's corny to say APA makes the world a better place. I get that it's corny, but it's real. And you look at stories like this, or you look at, we're going to talk about some Valentine's Day, some love stories, and these are real. This is the real deal.
Yeah, it's
right?
more than just pool.
This is bringing people together. This is changing lives. This is, having an impact and making the world a better place. And it's not easy to do that, but here we are doing it.
Yeah.
And I just hope everybody, not just everybody involved. If you're an APA member, I'm sporting the logo. I'm proud of it.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty damn proud of it. And anyway, keep up the great work, everybody. And I know we'll be talking about this.
I know
again.
we will too.
So.
We did last year. We will again this year. Later this year. Sure. I know we will. On that same kind of token, if you haven't renewed your membership yet, now's the time to do that.
A lot of people already have, though. They were talking about it in the staff meeting yesterday. Like,
the numbers are really high.
Almost 200,000 people of the what do you finish? 275-ish?
A little over 275-ish.
276.
Something like that.
Which was a record. All-time record for APA membership,
true.
Which is awesome. I think you can really see. I'm going to get off the subject a little bit, but we're coming up on the 6-year anniversary of the start of COVID. And I think you can really see that post-COVID, when the world started to reopen, after we couldn't do things and do what we wanted and get together, I think it changed the trajectory of society in a way. You know, we were going down this path of, let's just talk socially online. Let's not actually get together because, you know, it's hard to do. And then I feel like it flipped the script and people longed to be with, you know, actual human interaction, which is great.
It is.
And healthy and all that good stuff. So it is time to renew. We're glad for everybody that's come back. We hope the rest of you will come back as well. Bring some friends because, again, you never know how it might change somebody's life. But I know we're going to talk about the great new membership benefit that members get, which is unbelievable. You know, APA members now have access to Billiards Digest, which is the premier billiard magazine. It's been around forever in the billiard industry, covers all the pro stuff. You now have access to that for free with your membership. You have you can access the digital membership of it through the online member services account, which you should all have. And most of you do. Some of you don't.
Yeah, very small amount don't at this point.
You know, sign up so you can look at your stats and your schedule and all the cool stuff that's in there. But you can also access this now. And I think, I don't know, what's an actual membership to Billiards Digest? Like $35 a year?
You know, I don't even know, but obviously that's
like it's $35 a year.
Membership fee.
And so now you have access to that, you know, as part of your membership. And so that's very cool. The thing I love about it, because I've been a long time reader of the magazine, I don't even have to wait for it to show up anymore.
That's true.
I can just hit that digital
access right away
and start reading through it. So again, if you're an APA member, make sure you check that out. I know we'll be sending out emails each month that goes live, and you can just click over and give it a read. There's not just coverage of pro stuff, but there is a lot of instruction in Billiards Digest. So check it out. I mean, again, it's part of your membership. Doesn't cost you anything. You don't really have to do anything. You just hit the link and enter your same credentials that you'd use to log into your member service account, and you go from there. It's all right there. So
if you're already logged into your account, just click on the left menu over there. There's a Billiards Digest logo icon there. Just click on it. The February issue's out now. So right now you can actually access the January and February issues, I believe, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Anytime, anywhere, you know.
I think they're going to do some they're going to do some stories on APA too over the course of the year. So that'll be cool. We'll feature some members and events and whatnot in there and some cool stuff. So look for that down the line. But again, just another reason to get your membership renewed sooner than later. I think most people are already well into their spring session. So if you haven't renewed, you might be in trouble if you're playing. Make sure you get renewed so you don't
might not be happy.
You don't want to lose points or anything. I think sometimes you don't get any points if you're playing without being. So anyway, make sure you get that taken care of if you haven't already. If you haven't started yet, you know, we certainly would love to see you back. There's a lot of great things going on. And Vegas is always on the horizon, like we always said. So,
or if you're not a member yet and watching this, haven't thought about joining APA, come.
How could you not?
Yeah, come join us. Come, you know, the things we've talked about today already. Yeah, it's a fun time. You mentioned a minute ago events that are happening. Obviously, Vegas is on the horizon, but there's been one interleague event already that happened this year.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, down in Florida. The Southern Shindig.
Yeah,
the Southern Shindig.
Nice.
That was held in Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
When was that?
So that was held, looking at the dates here, the January 16th through 18th.
Ooh, we should have been down there to cover it.
What were we thinking? Should have.
Fort Walton Beach in January.
Yeah, next year I got a hint. It's going to be in January again, but I got
do some coverage, some live streaming from the Southern the Southern Shindig.
They actually had the guy in Florida that streams. He did all their streaming. The voice of Jacksonville Pool, I think that's his name. I don't know. That's how I know him.
I gotcha. I'm sure he's got a real name.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a real name. Sorry if you're watching this. But he streamed a bunch of the matches and stuff from the tournament too, which looked great. They have 47 teams compete and 347 players, so a pretty good size event.
These interleague events are just getting so big. It's crazy. I mean, how many did you say? 300 and something?
347 players.
347. We talked about Shoot for Cure had like 900. I mean, it's just it's remarkable. And there's so many of these events now. I know we've talked about it. We're gonna put those on a web page on our website so people can see like all of these different events, because there are dozens and dozens, Now, you're only eligible to go to certain ones based on kind of where you're at geographically and what your league ties into, but it's just another opportunity, to do something different than playing in the local pool room and playing the same people from your area, which is good, but, sometimes you want to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. This one I think was that's North Florida, right? So it was like
Panhandle.
The Panhandle of Florida. And then I think some Alabama teams were there too.
Yeah, that whole Gulf Coast region. That's that's like Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Destin. And man, I wouldn't mind being down there in January.
Me too.
It's been a rough January.
It has been. It's been cold.
I could use a little, although it's probably cold down there too.
I think it was.
You're not swimming in the pool in January down there unless it's heated.
No. I guess, they paid out $13,000.
Nice.
So that's very cool. The first place team was the Rat Pack. Here, they took home $5,000. Not bad at all.
Pretty good.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then the second place team was the Re-Rack Misfits, and they took home $2,500 for their runner-up finish. Very cool. And then third place, we had $1,250 each. Pool Ball Wizards, and straight out of
Rincon.
Rincon.
I don't know where that's at, but I like the name, straight out of Rincon.
Yeah, I like it. So congrats to all of those teams. Looked like a really nice event that was held down there. And, like you said, we'll continue to kind of cover those events as much as we can.
Yeah, I was trying to think. There's probably several on the horizon this month and next month. I know the Southwest Challenge happens in March in Vegas.
In March, yeah.
At the Westgate, that's the southwest part of the country. There's probably several others in the mix over the next several weeks.
There is. I've worked on getting a list of them all.
Yeah,
so
we're going to
we can do our best to, like you said, we're going to add them to the website, and then we'll do our best to highlight them here on the podcast each month as well.
Nice.
Because, it's always exciting to see what's going on locally with you guys too. Speaking of locally, I know you mentioned a few minutes ago, Valentine's Day. Don't forget, that's coming up.
Love is in the air, Valentine's Day.
Coming up.
Yeah.
And it's on a weekend this year. It's on a Saturday, I think. But so often we see these stories of players who met in the league, or they met while they were out in Vegas and ended up moving together. Things like that. It's just a really cool part of APA.
Yeah. That's the meet people part.
Yeah,
Have
absolutely.
fun, meet people, play pool. You got the meet people.
Mm-hmm. But on social media, we went out and asked for story. You guys did not disappoint, I will say.
Really?
We got a lot of story. We got even more pictures. This post has over 1,000 comments on it.
Wow.
So, that includes the photos and stuff includes as a comment. But you guys really turned out for that one. So it was impressive.
You're telling me 1,000 people said, hey, we met through APA, or we're telling some kind of story?
Or they play together. Maybe they just play together. So I think we asked for photos, and then people started posting their stories as well. So not every photo had a story with it.
Yeah.
But there was stories of just all these APA couples.
That's great.
On this post.
Yeah.
So very cool. We love seeing that kind of stuff. Obviously, with that many, we cannot share all of them.
We'd be here a while.
Yeah, we would be here for a minute, and to try to save all of those pictures would take a minute as well.
Oh, the logistical
yeah,
side.
the logistical side of it, unfortunately.
I was going to say, I'll tell every story if we got the viewership
that
for it.
That would be great, right?
I'll sit in here for 3 hours if we got 1,000 viewers tuning in. But
yeah. So as much as we wish we could share them all, we went ahead and pulled a handful of them to kind of share with you guys. This first, I'll go ahead and read the first one here from Sabrina Garrison. She said that they play on 3 teams together in South Dallas. They're captain and co-captain. Their 21-year-old daughter has also been on their 8-ball team for a year. Their son turns 18 and will be joining their 9-ball team this summer. We love that we get to see our busy adult daughter twice a week for practice and matches, and we hope Pool will provide that to our son when he eventually moves into his first place. No rush. I don't blame you. They never could have imagined how APA and Pool would become a common family interest and provide dedicated family time each week.
I love that
Very
angle.
cool,
you know, kids are growing up, but Pool is kind of keeping the family dynamic together. That's a nice Valentine's Day story. I like that.
Yeah, once you're, obviously we still have younger kids, but
Yeah, but I mean, I've thought of that. It's like, when they
start
migrating to their own groups of friends and eventually move out, like, how do you get them to come back and see you?
I know. Don't leave me.
So I love that. The pool is the catalyst for
Very
that
cool.
for them. That's a great thing. A lot of common interest. So am I doing the next one? Is that what your silence is telling me? Jody here said, my husband and I went to high school together. Over 30 years later, we met at the local pool hall. He proposed at the same place. We shoot league on the same team. Our team has made it to participate in the tournament in Vegas last year, and the rest is history. So, like, they went to high school. It sounds like they went to high school together, lost touch, 30 years later. What, they're playing pool?
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, how you doing? Nice. Like that.
So cool. I thought that one was really neat to like come back together 30 years later over pool.
Yeah, I want to dig into that story and figure out like what was the history in high school? Like, did they date in high school? Did they not like each other at all in high school? You know what I'm saying? I just love how I don't know. There's so many stories out there.
There really is.
Great stories.
Like I said, these are just a couple of them. So our next one comes from Crystal Tucker. She said, I met my husband in 1996 and nationals when it was at the Riviera. He was on a team from Michigan. I was on a team from Louisiana. I moved to Michigan, and we still play on a team together. We even got married in Vegas a few years later. Pool is one of the few things we have in common and our weekly date night out. If not for the APA, I would have never met such an incredible person.
Dang, that's
so
awesome.
Cool,
that's 30 years. That's 30 almost 30-year history there.
They met at the Riviera. From different places in the country.
And she moved.
Yeah, and she moved to
from
Michigan.
Louisiana to Michigan.
To be with him.
And they still have pool date night.
Yeah.
I like that.
Really cool.
Very cool. All right, my story. Cheryl Stewart Feeney said, Dale, Ray, and I played APA together back in the 80s, lost touch for 35 years, and 3 years ago we ran into each other at Sweet Melissa's pool room. Since then, we play on several teams together. Pool is keeping us young.
Another cool story about, like, meeting.
Yeah, reunited after so many years.
So many years later. Very cool. So the next one is from Angela Dorsey. She said, met in a bar in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Had never played pool. Played the night we met. Started playing APA the next year, got married in 2017. Have been playing APA ever since. My partner, my coach, and my BFF. We won the local last summer and went to Vegas.
Nice. I was trying to figure out, where is that Vegas sign? I'm sure I've seen it.
It's in the airport.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks super familiar, but I have no idea from where. Like,
I'm pretty sure that's the airport.
You see so many of those type signs out there.
Yeah.
Like, where is that at?
Yeah.
It looks very familiar, but I can't place it. So, all right. So Christy Gibson Robinson said, Shane and Christy Robinson, we met at a pool hall when I was 14 and he was 16. We are now 39 and 41. We started playing in the Memphis APA.
Yeah, they're at the Shoot for a Cure event.
Nice, perfect. We started playing in Memphis APA together 17 years ago and have been married for 16 years. So, awesome, another awesome story.
It's like they won something too, maybe.
Yeah, that's for the Shoot for Cure.
Yeah.
Huh? Nice.
The next one, Megan Melm. She says, my husband Kane and I officially met in the Walmart parking lot. I stopped him and his dad because his dad had a billiard shirt on that said, nice rack. In our conversation, I found out they were new in town and needed a pool hall. I pointed them to Diamond Billiards down the street and affectionately earned the nickname Pool Girl. We were on the same team together for many years.
Nice. Nice rack.
Yeah, and they met in a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's funny, though, because, I mean, I don't know if you've had this happen, but I've talked to a lot of people. I've had it happen where I'm wearing something APA.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere, and somebody's like, oh, what's your skill level?
Oh,
and
yeah.
where do you play out of? And they always kind of assume you're local.
Right.
Like, to them, like, you know, you're in their league. And if, you know, obviously if you're at home in your area, then that's true typically. But, you know, like if I'm in some other state and they see it, they're like, oh, where do you play?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm
when
from.
you're traveling.
But it's a great way to connect.
It
is.
is.
Know, it really is. All right, so Jay here said we were married by a fellow pool player at a fellow pool player's house. DJ is a fellow pool player. 90% in attendance were fellow pool players, as well as being graced with Kevin and Ashley. They are the league operators in the First Coast APA. We play on 4 teams together, and I think
so cool.
I think I actually saw this one on Kevin and Ashley's Facebook page a while back, and I was like, that's pretty cool, because they were kind of saying the same thing. They were like, how awesome is this? All these people came together for pool. You know, they're all celebrating this couple's wedding, and that happens a lot. I mean, I know we're only highlighting a few stories, but that is one that I've seen and heard many times over in my 25 years at APA.
Yeah, people have pool-themed weddings and engagements, and even I've seen baby announcements pool-themed. So I love
Breaking the ball. Like
somebody did that one year.
We did that in Louisville
one
time.
That's right, for Danielle and
I think Florian
Jesse
was involved in that.
Florian was I think it didn't work.
I think it worked, but they couldn't do it on the table because they couldn't put all the powder, whatever comes out of there, all over the place. So
I think he threw a ball against the wall or something like that instead. Yeah, you're right. So I think this is the last one. The last one we've got here. Amanda Donnelly says, back in 2019, I entered his pool hall Rackham Jacks Billiards with my daughter. He convinced us to sign up and play in his ladies tournament that was coming up. We did, and it was a blast. Later that day, he asked me to join his Shark Attack pool team. 4 months later, we were off to Vegas. What a ride it's been. It's become a family thing now because my daughter, my 2 sisters, and their significant others all play together too. It's clear to see we have so much love for this amazing game.
Yeah. That's
very cool.
Very cool.
Love those stories.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's so many more too that are
And
out
a lot
there.
of those particular stories had the element of it's become a family thing. You know what I mean? Like, I know we've highlighted, we met in Pool League and got married stories before. But that's the first time I remember so many referencing our children have come and got involved, and it's a great way for the family unit to stay together. And so I hadn't really considered that aspect until I read some of these stories, but fantastic. Love it.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Valentine's Day is right around the corner.
What do you get for Valentine's Day for the pool player in your life?
It's a good question. I don't know. We've got...
That's why I asked it. It's a good question. What would you say? That's a good
question. I mean,
you get them a pool cue? I mean, that seems too easy, right?
It does seem too easy. Shirts, apparel? I don't know.
I was looking for something a little wittier here.
Wittier. Man, that's... You guys tell us. What do you get for the pool players?
There we go.
What do you get for your pool player?
We'll get some good answers
significant
out
other?
What do you get for the pool player in your life for Valentine's Day?
We do. I've got to plug it a little bit. If you guys are buying flowers, and we do have discounts available you can use on our website.
Good point. Another good benefit of your APA membership. You can save some money on not just flowers, but lots of different things. Car rentals, hotels, whatever.
Those are available if you go to our website and go to the drop-down member benefits and discounts. You can access all
Same
of those.
place you'll find information about Billiards Digest, digital access, or you can go straight through your member services account. But yes, lots of good discounts out there to get somebody something nice for Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. Don't forget. Well, happy Valentine's Day, everybody out there. And I think that's all we got for this time.
All right.
So
that's a wrap for February. I guess we'll be back in the near future. March.
March most likely.
Okay.
Yeah. St. Patrick's Day, right?
We're going to do it on St. Patrick's Day? We're going to wear green?
St. Patrick's Day is coming up, but we'll see.
Well, we've got we've got a visitor coming to the studio in a couple of weeks. Are we going to do anything with our special visitor? We shouldn't even say it.
No, maybe we shouldn't.
Be like a cliffhanger for people if they follow the podcast.
It's a really good visitor. I will say that. You guys.
It's a big name.
Big name visitor. In the world, in the pool world.
Maybe the biggest name.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Did that give it away?
I don't know. It could be. People can interpret that as they like, I guess.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can have that person on next month's episode.
Like
That'd be great.
Yes.
But until then, we will see you guys later.
See you guys.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.